Hello and welcome everyone to the Targon tier list. We're going to be rating all the Targon followers from S, A, B, C, D, F. Special today, since I couldn't get rid of the Celestial cards. So, and then champions at the end. Let's get started. Chaincaster, aka the... Obviously, this is a Nightfall card. 0 mana 3/2. Great stats for a 0 cost. But he does get shackled. Good Nightfall card. Also, you can't discard shackles from what I can remember. But great Nightfall card. Also a good Zoe card. That's 2 cards immediately you can play. One is 0 cost and the other is the unshackling. So a good card. It's a B. Champ. 1 mana 1/1. Bad stats. Once you summoned a landmark this game, grant me 2/2. So it becomes a 3/3. Chip. I'm unfortunately not a huge fan of Chip. You're playing him and then you're waiting for the payout to be S tier. No. He's I want to put him at C, but I guess he doesn't have to see it. I know it's Chip, but I gotta be fair. I guess the first chip you play is gonna be in the back line, unusable until you drop the landmark. But the next other chips are gonna be immediate 3/3s. So. He's probably going to end up as a low B, to be honest. Divine Clerk, 1 mana 2/1. Okay, stats. Empowered 3, Lifesteal. Very strong keyword. I like the Divine Clerk a lot. I think high B for now. I don't think he might be A tier. But for now, let's put him at high B. Lifesteal is an aggro player's worst nightmare. Keep him at high B for now. Mira S, of course, but we'll get there. Calm down. Frightened Ibex, 1 mana 1/2. Yeah, not the best stats. When I'm supported, give me and my supported ally 1/1 this round. I actually love this card when I play support decks. It becomes a 2/3, and then you're also buffing the supporter. Another B tier. Make sure the supporter, like if it's Lulu, she becomes a 4/4. Makes it hard for her to die. Whoops, that is TFT. I'm trying to get Runeterra on the phone. Okay. Weaker than the Divine Clerk, but definitely better than these two. Gift Giver, 1 mana 1/2. Again, weak stats. When I'm summoning, create a gem. Gem, of course, is a focus speed. 1 mana, grant an ally +1, and heal them 1 if they're damaged. Gift Giver is better than Chip. Better than the Chaincaster, yes. Only because there's a lot of cards that benefit from gems. Victor being one of them. And, of course, Mihra. 1 second. Uno momento. Okay. Better than the Ibex? No, I don't think so. The Ibex is a great pressure. Lunari Duskbringer, 1 mana 2/1. When I'm summoning, create a Dusk Petal Dust in hand, which is a 1 mana burst speed. Reduce the next Nightfall card you play. Let's see. Is she better than the Chaincaster? No. I don't think so. But she's better than Chip. So, B tier. Poro Fly. One of the better Poros. Spell Shield and Elusive. The Spell Shield and Elusive Poros are probably the best ones. And then Pouty Poro, of course, is S tier, but That one needs a little bit of investment. But Spell Shield is very important, especially for Heart of the Fluff later on. So this is definitely a B tier. I would put it... Of course, Spell Shield alone is not amazing. But combined with Overwhelm or Elusive, it's very necessary. So I would go... Maybe right there. Well, hold on. Very necessary Poro. It's not better than Divine Clerk. But I think... maybe right there. I'll change it maybe later, but for now I think that's a good spot. The Saga Seeker. Is he 1-1 or 1-2? Sorry, 1 second, let me verify. Saga Seeker. He is a 1-1. He was a 1-2, I think, at one point, huh? So he got nerfed. Faded. So he becomes a 2-2 after you invest a little bit targeting spells. Let's see. I'm not a huge fan of the Saga Seeker. I still grab him. He is a must grab for Pantheon decks. But he I think after the nerf he really won't he's not that useful. You throw a gem on him, he's a 2-2 at turn 2. And what are you gonna do? You're just gonna keep him in the back line and never block? Whereas the Divine Clerk against aggro, like, are you just gonna keep him in the back line? Of course not, you can't do that. But the Divine Clerk, one gem and boom, you got lifesteal. You've already ruined aggro players' momentum. So Saga Seeker, I think right there. Okay. The Solari Soldier Man, 1 mana 2/2, Daybreak, 2/2 good stats. Daybreak, give me the 1/1 this round, so it becomes a 3/3. Fantastic. Great early game pressure, great early game blocker. Really good against aggro. Trades well. Again, even the base stats are good. 2/2 is optimal for a 1 cost. I do think he's better than the Gift Giver, better than the Poro Fly. Yeah. Only because he's really good early game. The Poro Fly is great late game, but weak early game. Or I should say useless early game, but very necessary late game. Whereas he's very strong early game. Also gives Leona 1 point Daybreak. I think right there. Really strong unit. Spacey Sketcher, 1 mana 1/1. Bad stats. Play discard 1 to invoke a celestial card that costs 3 or less. Celestial cards, of course, are very powerful. And you can invoke 1 of 3 options, which can pull you out of tight spots. Very strong card. I would go all the way here. You can get the 0 cost 2/1 challenger snake and just take care of elusives or whatever. Or the charger, or even the 3/3 ferret, the trickster. A lot of answers. The Star Shepherd, 1 mana 0/3. Great HP, bad attack. When you heal a damaged ally, grant me +2. This might be an S tier. I'm considering either strong A or S tier. This, obviously, she stacks infinitely. All it takes is Overwhelm, and this card is a finisher. She can easily get to 20 attack if left unchecked. Very strong card. A little bit of investment Obviously, you know, you want spell shield, but that's not a problem in Targon. There's a lot of spell shield. And yeah, just a little bit of investment and boom, OTK. And the 3 HP is just a sweet spot for her to be hard to kill. And it's even healing her obviously buffs her. It could have been when you heal another damaged ally, Grammy 2, but she also gets buffed from healing herself. So our first S tier, the Flight. Some Articuno action. 1 mana 2/1, elusive. Good stats. Nexus Strike, draw 1 and place me into the top 3 cards of your deck. So it's kind of like the Mourned from Ionia. She gets recalled, whereas this one gets placed into the deck, but also draws. So it's kind of in a way, it's kind of like the Mourned plus... Why isn't Chip in special? No, only Celestials are going to be in special. Again, I don't know if I said this, but I couldn't delete them. I'd rather not have the Celestial cards here, but there's no way to delete them from the tier list, and this tier list was made by someone else. I just arranged it. The Flight. It's a good draw engine, honestly. 1 mana, strike, deal 2. Maybe an underrated card. I should invest in this more. But I mean, I don't... Targon already has great draw with Pale Cascade and Guiding Touch. But this seems pretty strong too. Maybe there. Draw 1 and place me into the top 3 cards of your deck. Okay. In a way, it's kind of ruining... Like, you're going to draw this at some point where you could have drawn something else that you needed. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this, now that I think about it. But it is a 1 mana 2/1 elusive. It does... You can block, you know, Teemos and such. It is a good draw engine. I'm gonna go right here, right before the Ibex. The B tier. It's alright. Blue Sentinel, 2 mana 2/3. Some blue buff action. Last breath, summon a Crest of Insight, which is a 1 landmark. Yeah, countdown 1. Get an extra mana gem this round if it dies. Good stats. A lot of times they let you hit Nexus and not let this unit die, just so you don't get the extra mana gem. Helps with the curvature. I do run this with Malphite and Yasuo. If this dies turn 2, you can drop Yasuo turn 3. Yeah, good card. Let's see. I do think it's better than the Flight. A tier? No. If it was get an extra mana gem, period, then it would be A tier. But it's only this round. If you have nothing that costs, if all your cards are 5+ cost, then the extra mana gem this round is kind of wasted. So I think it's a B tier. It's a mid to high B tier. And they can just tank the damage. You know, a lot of times they do. So the heal and get a temp mana gem. Dude, you're gonna give me a stroke. Fix your English. Alright. Esmus. No, I'm just kidding. Cosmic Youngling. If anyone has watched 2 videos from my YouTube channel knows, Cosmic Youngling is the strongest card in the entire game. 2 mana 1/4. Attack is weak, but that is unnecessary. The attack is absolutely unnecessary. 4 HP is incredible. Round start, heal me and your Nexus 1. Aggro player's worst nightmare. This card, IFF. if I'm playing aggro and they drop this IFF, it's over. GG. Great blocker. Healing every turn is nuts. This is 100% going to be the strongest S tier. It's the strongest card in the game. Esmus. I can't read the rest. Esmus. Breath of the World. Breath of the World? Yeah. When I'm summoned, plan to chime on the top card of your deck. Support, grab my support ally 1/1. 2 mana O2, elusive. The stats are good for an elusive. HP is good, sorry, for an elusive, but 0 attacks bad. He's a support champion or unit. Grab my support ally 1/1 is fantastic. He also plants a chime, so a lot of buffs. Esmus, if left, you know, now that I think about it, let's put the Divine Clerk up here, and Esmus also up here. Yeah, Esmus needs to be taken care of. Otherwise, they can buff Zoe's and, you know, annoying units out of being killed. So A tier. Is he better than the Clerk? I don't think so. So right there is good. Herald of Dragons, 2 mana 1/2. Bad stats. Dragon allies cost 1 less. She's easy to kill, but if they spend their mana, let's say it's turn 2, you're on defense. They spend their mana, you drop her. Turn 3, you get to go first. You can drop Shyvana or the Wounded White Flame. No, well, not this one. Where's the 4 cost? Where is the White Flame Protector? Turn 3, 4/4, incredible. Good at any stage in the game, really, but she is easy to kill. It would take a minimum 2 mana to kill her, and she's 2 mana, so you're not really losing much momentum against the enemy player. Is she A tier? Sure, not a high A tier, but an A tier. A card that needs to be killed, otherwise, you know, they're getting so much value from dragons. Lunari Cultist, 2 mana 1/3. A little bit weak on the attack. When I'm summoned or once you've equipped an ally this game, create a gem in hand. So you get 2 gems from her once you've equipped an ally. Cultist card. Gems are good for both Aatrox and Kayn. She is... maybe right there. It's a Cultist card, right? So I think that's a good spot. 2 gems are very, obviously a gem, I don't know if I said this, but gems are grant 1, attack and heal 1. So, is there now that I'm thinking about it, is there a Kayn? Nah, it shouldn't be a Kayn Victor deck. I mean, this is the only gem card. Nah, it doesn't make sense, never mind. Moving on. Lunari Shadestalker, 2 mana, 2/3, great stats. Nightfall grants me elusive. 2 mana, 2/3, elusive. By the way, insanely tanky for an elusive. I've won games with this card. Definitely A tier. In fact, she's the strongest A tier. I don't think I want to put her S tier. You know, I mean, she might be S tier. With a little bit of investment, you're dealing 4-5 damage every turn. Very hard to kill. It is Targon, so spell shields are very easily accessible. And she might be better than the Star Shepherd, honestly. S tier. Very strong card. And you have access to gems, obviously, with Targon, so you can easily buff her. You can even go... You can even go Shurima for the big equipment. But honestly, gems are probably better. S tier. Mountain Goat. 2 mana, 3/2. Good stats. Strike, create a gem in hand. Goat's also great. Another A tier. I would go here. Yeah. It's so good when they you drop the goats and they have no blockers. You get a free gem. There have been games. I remember one game. I was running the Mountain Goat with Pantheon in a Pantheon deck, and the goat just carried the game. There's a video on this somewhere, but the goat solo carried the game against dragons. There's a video on this somewhere. It's hilarious. A tier. Ruby-Eyed Conjurer. 2 mana, 2/2. A little bit weak on the stats. Play. Grant Spell Shield or Overwhelm to an ally in hand. Very strong. Both very necessary keywords. Very strong keywords. Really good card for Mihra. Now, some would say, why run this when you could run Iula? And the answer is simple. Iula only grants the spell shield to a unit on the board. This is in hand, and you for sure want to give Mihra a spell shield before you drop her, because 5 mana 1/1 is pathetic. So you want to make sure she's got some protection. And yeah, Overwhelm. It's a great card. I wouldn't go A tier, because I have experienced moments where I actually take this out of the deck, but in certain decks this is very useful. High B tier. Better than the Sketcher? Yeah, I would say so. Okay. Maybe the Herald should be a little bit up here, but she is very easy to kill. And you're only getting, you're lucky if you get to drop a dragon while she's on the board. Okay, high B. Sacrificial Scholar, 2 mana, 1/2 faded. Last breath, create in hand copies of the first 3 spells you played on me. I don't know if I grabbed this card in my Pantheon deck. But you can get 3 gems back from him. I'm sure I'm underrating this card. 1 gem and he's at a 2/3, 2 mana 2/3, so it's good stats. The 2 mana 1/2 is bad stats, but he is faded, so all it takes is 1 gem and boom, he's at a good stat. And then if he dies, you get the gems back, which are great for Pantheon. Not A. I wouldn't go as far as A tier, but I could be wrong. I'm gonna go here. High B. Okay. Maybe subject to change later. Solari Shield Bearer, 2 mana 3/2. Good stats. Daybreak, give me +4 this round HP. Another fantastic anti-aggro card. 2 mana 3/6. You're blocking anything at that point, and at most times they just pass. They don't even want to. They don't want to lose units, and by then you probably won the game. Is this better than the Solari Soldier? Yes, absolutely. 2 mana 3/6 is insane. Blocks Fearsome. I mean, this blocks Fearsome too, but this blocks Fearsome at any stage. This only blocks Fearsome's once you have Daybreak. And then 3/6 is even good mid, even late game, I would say. But not much else. So right above this Solari Soldier, I think is fair. Solari Sunhawk, 2 mana 2/3, good stats. Daybreak, stun the strongest enemy. This one's even better, because stun is good at any stage in the game, even late game. And then the stats are good. Also, a very annoying card to deal with if you're aggro. So we'll put it right here. It might even be right above the Spacey Sketcher, honestly. Maybe even more, maybe even here. It's a really strong card. But I don't think it's better than the Conjurer. The only issue with this card is I play it, but there's nothing to give Spell Shield or Overwhelm in hand. But you could run this with... In the correct deck, this can be... you shouldn't run into that issue ever. I think Sunhawk should be here. Stunning the strongest is just so strong. Starry Scamp, aka Baby Vegeta. 2 mana 2/2. If you behold a celestial card, I cost 2 less, so 0 mana. Why run this card? It's okay, but why run this card when you can run other stuff? I'd never grab this card. But it is a good Zoe card because you just you're dropping a free card that she sees. But I would not run it personally. There are better cards for Zoe. And I would go... Is it better than Chip still? Yes, actually. It is better than Chip. 0 mana 2/2 is better than 1 mana 3/3. But weaker than the rest. Startled Stomper, 2 mana 2/3 Overwhelm. Obviously, to attack is not that great for an Overwhelm unit, but you could invest in this. 3 HP is really good. You could go Freljord and Bone Club this thing. It becomes a 7/8. Turn. Let's see, if you play this at 2, if you pass at 1, play this at 2, you have 1 mana. You're gonna have to wait till turn 4. Turn 4, you have a 7/8 Overwhelm. And it is Targon, so you can run gems. So you can carry the game with this thing, you know, given the right circumstances. So let's see. Maybe right there. It does need a good chunk of investment, but it's a strong card. Okay. The Sky Shadows, 2 mana 3/1. Okay, it blocks Fearsomes, whatever. When I'm summoned, refill 2 spell mana if you behold a Nightfall card. Refill mana for 2 mana. You got a 3/1. Basically a free card that also blocks Fearsomes. It's okay. I don't think I run this either in Nightfall cards. But it's alright. I would go, it's definitely better than the Starry Scamp. These two are definitely better. Well, yeah, I do like her. She reduces the next Nightfall card. Maybe she is better than that. Maybe she is better than the caster. Because turn 1 you can never unshackle, but you can have a blocker against aggro. So I do think she is kind of better. Is this better than the Chain Caster? Let's see. No, I don't think so. Okay, we'll keep him right there. Keep it right there. Toilet Protector. 2 mana 2/2. Daybreak. Give Daybreak allies 1/1 this round. Nightfall. Grant Nightfall allies +1 attack. So pretty versatile. Works on both Nightfall. Some people run Nightfall or Diana and Leona in the same deck, which makes sense. They work together well. And this is a good bridge between the two. It also buffs itself. The stats are bad, but Nightfall or Daybreak give Daybreak allies 1/1. It is a Daybreak, so it becomes a 3/3. And then Nightfall becomes a 3/2, so it's an okay card. I don't think it's better than the Duskbringer, but I think it is better than the Chaincaster, so right there. Okay. Tiari the Traveler, 2 mana 2/2. Support, grant my support ally +2 HP. This card is more so a one-time use. 2 HP is pretty weak for a 2 cost. A one-time use. You are granting your supported ally +2 HP, so it's not horrible, but they can kill it before you can get the thing off. I don't really grab this card, but I guess it's okay on Zoe. Buff her HP. So it's all right. I would go all the way to maybe, it's not C tier. It's okay. It is Grant. If it was Give, then definitely maybe D tier, but it is Grant. Maybe right there. Well, no, I think right. I don't know. I think I'll keep it right there. No, right there's good. Crescent Guardian, 3 mana 3/3. Good stats. Overwhelm. Nightfall, grant me +2. So 3 mana 5/3. Very strong card. Good finisher if you're running Nightfall, Diane, and Nocturne deck. This hits pretty hard. Very strong card. I would go. It's definitely better than the Startled Stomper. Better than the Ibex? Yes. Solari Soldier? Yes. Is it the strongest B tier? It's not 8. It's not 8. Is it A tier? 3 mana 5/3. It's pretty easy to get Nightfall. 5/3 Overwhelm. You're getting maybe... excuse me. You're getting maybe 1 to 2 attacks at most. I don't think it's A tier, but it's definitely a high B. I would go maybe here. That looks good. I don't think it's stronger than the Sunhawk. Maybe the Sunhawk is better than the Conjurer. Guys, this is good at any stage in the game. This can sometimes be a hit or miss based on your hand. Okay. Dragon Song Dreamer, 3 mana 2/3. A little bit weak on the attack. HP is good each round. The first time you invoke, summon a Dragonling. Dragonling, of course, is the 2/1 lifesteal. This is another strong control card. Definitely better than these guys. So that leaves us with S tier. Very strong card. And 3 HP, of course, is good stats for a 3 cost. I would go... Is it better than the Shepherd? Yes. Is it better than the Lunari Shadestalker? Yes. But definitely not better than the Youngling. Okay. Yeah, to each round. Invoking, of course, is burst speed. So you can burst speed. They can commit the attack, and you can, boom, burst speed, invoke, and get a Dragonling, and then block where they least expect it. So, S tier. Very, very strong. Fledgling Stellacorn. 3 mana 1/2. Bad stats. Lifesteal and Spell Shield. Sparkle Fly is way better since it's elusive. Why run this one? You can run this. This has Spell Shield, I get it, but what are you gonna do exactly? Are you gonna attack? Are you gonna 3 mana heal 1? Are you gonna gem it? 3 mana plus an extra gem, which is 4 mana to heal 2. I don't understand. Why run this? It's blockable. It's Lifesteal and Spell Shield. They can block this. So, bad card. I know it has Spell Shield, which is incredible. You could invest in this and get a chunky unit. I get the idea, but it takes a lot of investment. And again, why invest in this when you can invest in Sparklefly, which is an elusive? So it's a good card. It's B tier for sure, but it does need investment. I would go right there maybe. Too expensive, and the output is pretty bad. Honestly, hold on. Man, I don't know. I might drop this to C tier. I can't believe I'm dropping a lifesteal unit to C tier, but the stats are horrible. But with investment, it can be a big problem. I mean, you can Bone Club this next turn 4, and now it's a 6/7 lifesteal Spell Shield unit. So I guess I shouldn't be too hard on him. With investment, it can be strong, I guess. But man. I don't know where to put this. My basic instinct was right here. So we'll just keep it there. Okay. Generous Gem Crafter. It's a weird card. It's a weird card to place, but with investment, this can be a very big problem against aggro. But again, it needs a lot of investment. Okay, Generous Gem Crafter. 3 mana, 3/3. Good stats. When you play a spell, grant a random ally in hand 1/1. Obviously, gems. And maybe Piltover. I would go Piltover just because they have cheap spells there. It's a good card. Backline units. Backline unit with great stats. There's a reason we don't see this though. It's not amazing, but it's all right. It is a backline unit, and if left unchecked, they're dropping like 10 10s like in a few turns. So we're not going A tier. Is it better than the Gift Giver? Yeah. I want to be fair. It does need, like, you have to wait till next turn to kind of go crazy with spells. I think right there. That seems fine. Giddy Sparkologist. Sparkiologist. 3 mana, 3/3. If you behold a celestial card, grant an ally 1/1 and Spell Shield. Great card for Zoe. We don't see this too often, which is weird. Very good card. 1/1 and Spell Shield is very good. I should add this to my Zoe deck. I'd have to check. Yeah, good card. Great stats. Great effect. Behold the Celestial card is very easy to do. I'm gonna go ahead and drop it right here. It is definitely... Well, yeah, I think it is better than the Ruby-Eyed Conjurer. But not better than the Solaris Sunhawk. Okay. Iula. 3 mana, 3/3. Grant an ally spell shield or overwhelm if you don't grant it to me. This is better than the Conjurer. Pretty versatile, great stats. The unit has to be on the board. And she's definitely better than the Sparkologist. Better than Sunhawk? Yes. She's a great finisher. Pantheon loves this card, and well, any unit loves this card. Spell Shield or Overwhelm are very necessary at any stage in the game. So it might be A tier. I'm gonna go as far as A tier. Very strong card. If the Mountain Goat is A tier, this is A tier. And you know what? We're gonna go ahead and I feel like I'm being too generous with A-tierers. We'll keep it like this for now. Okay. I think I'm being too generous with the Mountain Goat. 2 mana, I mean he's a 2 HP is the issue. You're most likely only getting 1 gem out of him. So I think he's right here. Yeah, too generous with him. If he was a 2 mana 2/3, he'd be better, but you're most likely only getting 1 strike out of him. So not amazing. Esmus, we'll keep at A tier. Herald of Dragons. I don't know if this deserves A tier, but it is a unit that is a big problem if left unchecked. So I'll keep her. I'll keep it there for now. Lisa and Dolly, 3 mana 2/3. Weak on the attack. Play curse an enemy with shackles, which is 2 mana. They have to shackle. Of course, is 2 mana to unshackle. So they have to spend mana. It's focus speed. So if you shackle them, they're out of mana. You can open attack and they can't unshackle because it's focus speed. Good card. Not crazy. I mean, the stats are meh, but it is an annoying thing to deal with. Let's go. Better than the Stomper. Yes. Gemcrafter. Yeah, I think so. Ibex. Better than the Shield Bearer. She can't block Fearsomes. I don't think she's better than the Shield Bearer. I think right there. Yeah, her not being able to block Fearsomes is quite the nerf. So we'll keep her right there. Loping Telescope, 3 mana, 3/2. Okay, stats, blocks Fearsomes. I'd rather have the goat is, what is he again? He has a 2 mana 3/2. I'd rather if it's a 3 cost, I'd rather have it be a 3/2 than a 2/3. Because at this stage in the game, you have to block Fearsomes. Manifest a Celestial that costs 3 or less, epic or multi-region follower. Very versatile. I think every time I played this card, I always find answers to whatever situation I'm in. Strong card. This definitely feels stronger than the Spacey Sketcher. And I would go as far as you can epic or multi-region followers. Epic cards. So you're most likely finding answers. I'm gonna go as far as here. And if you're running Bandle Tree, if it's a multi-region follower, it gets reduced if you get the mare down. Maybe the Sparkologist is better. I'm just shocked we don't see this more often. Okay, we'll keep it there for now. Lunari Priestess, 3 mana, 2/2. Bad stats. Nightfall Invoke. This Invoke means any cost of Celestials, right? Invoking is any cost, right? Let me just verify this. Invoke. Pick a Celestial card from among 3 to create in hand. Yeah. So she is a 4/5/6 cost. She's easier to activate, obviously, because it's Daybreak. Whereas she is any Celestial card. So who's better? I think she's better. Just because 4/5/6 are pretty high anyway. If she was 1 to 3, then she'd be definitely weaker, but you can get the Golden Sisters with her. Doesn't block Fearsomes. Bad stats. But she's alright. You do invoke a powerful card. I'm not gonna go too far up because the stats are... She doesn't block Fearsomes. Maybe there. Whoops. Sorry, one sec. Yeah, I'll keep her there for now. Is the Gem Crafter really above her? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Mentor of the Stones, 3 mana, 1/1. Bad stats. Support. Grant my supported ally +2/+2. Last breath, create 3 gems in hand. So even if this dies, you're still getting 3 gems in hand. You're spending 3 mana, it dies, you get 3 gems. So you're not really losing much value if it dies. And if you somehow get a support off, like it's incredible. 2/2. Granted. So good card, strong card. Has to be killed. I mean, it's all they have to do is block once and that's it. Which means the other unit is hitting pretty hard if they have nothing else. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all the way up. I mean, I don't run this card. Not saying it's bad. I'm gonna put this right above the Gem Crafter because it is definitely stronger than the Gem Crafter. Is it better than Lisa and Dolly? No, I don't think so. So we'll keep it there. Solari Priestess, 3 mana, 2/2, Daybreak, Invoke, a Celestial card that costs 4/5/6. This definitely is stronger than the Lunari Priestess. In fact, I think it's way stronger than that because you're immediately getting your Invoke. Yeah, getting the Golden Sisters from this thing or Obliterate is very strong. I think we go... is it better than the Goat? No. Maybe it is. Even though it doesn't block Fearsomes, you're getting access to a very strong cards. I don't think it's better than the Loping Telescope though. But maybe it is. Maybe I'm being too harsh. I think it is. Is it better than this Sparkologist? Okay. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more this feels very strong. Crazy how this one's all the way down here, but it is hard to activate Nightfall. It is way harder to activate Nightfall. I know you only have to play a card, but sometimes you don't have a card to spend. Like if your hand is all units, and you're at turn 3, you can't play this. So, and another thing is, you're invoking. You're either getting really strong cards or really weak cards. Whereas this one is guaranteeing 4, 5, 6, which are all very 4, 5, 6 is strong at any stage in the game, I think. Whereas this one is invoking, like, you're getting a Charger or the Messenger, maybe, or the Scourge, which is way later in the game, and you're against aggro. That's not gonna, you're never gonna drop it. So, too versatile with this thing. Sparklefly, 3 mana, 1/2, lifesteal, and elusive. Elusive, 3 mana, 2 elusive, 2 HP elusive is decent. 1 attack is bad, but with a little bit of investment, this card can carry the game. And with Yuumi, this card is a big problem. I've won games with just this card. It's 8. Is it S? It's S tier. It's got to be S tier. Sparklefly, with a little bit of investment, is S tier. It's definitely better than the Shadestalker. Is it better than the Dreamer? No, I don't think so. But definitely better than these two. You know what? I kind of want to drop the Shadestalker down. Let's put her right there. Star Shepherd makes sense to be there. But these guys are on another level. Okay. Yeah, Yuumi or Bone Club, any big equipments, and boom, you have a huge lifesteal and elusive. It's GG. If you're against you're against aggro, they're gonna FF. That's it. Spectral Surveyor, 3 mana, 2/2. This might be the strongest Explorer card, only because of the lifesteal. 3 mana, 2/2 lifesteal is great stats. And then, of course, pick an Explorer card, which you can heal another 2, or destroy landmark, or all that garbage, broken garbage. It might be 8. Is it 8 here? The strongest A tier, I think. It's just so versatile. And even against aggro, this is a good card. Against aggro, it's good. Against Shurima, Mono Shurima, this is great. Disable keywords. Heal your Nexus. It's just so versatile. Might be the most versatile card in the entire game. Okay. Spring Guardian, 3 mana, 3/3. When I'm summoning, create a Spring Gifts in hand. Let me check on what that is again. I think it's fully heal an ally, but I don't know how much it costs. 1 mana, fully heal an ally. 1 mana. I don't even run this in a Soraka deck. Stats are good though. 1 mana, fully heal an ally. Is pretty good. It's slow, but it's pretty good. Soraka. I don't know if you're gonna use it on Soraka, but it's a really good card against if you're doing Soraka Tentacles. Soraka Tentacles Star Spring, fully heal the 20 tentacles. Boom. Star Spring is fully maxed out. So good card. Right there, I think. It's definitely not. I don't think it's better than the Priestess. It is a 1-mana slow. Okay. Might be a little bit lower. It's definitely not C tier. The stats are too good. I'll just keep it below the Priestess. Okay. Star-Crossed Lovers, 3-mana 2/2. Bad stats. Play Recall an ally and grant it my stats. By far, I don't know if this is a bold statement, but this might be the worst card in the entire game. Because let's think of the scenario. 3 mana, you're recalling an ally to grant it 2/2. When are you ever going to do that? Let's say, okay, you want to use this on Mihra, right? You're going to spend 3 mana to recall Mihra and give her +2/+2. And then play her again with 5 mana. That makes no sense. Plus, Mihra on the board gets the gives off the buff, the +1/+1. So you're absolutely not going to use this on Mihra. Are you going to use it on Zoe? No, because then Zoe's level up gets reset. When are you ever going to use this? Never. That's the answer. F tier. Garbage card. Delete it from the game. Moving on. Sun Guardian. 3-mana 2/3. A little bit weak on the stats. Daybreak, or when you activate another Daybreak, grant me 1/1. So it's immediately a 3/4. Good stats. Great stats. This can be a big problem. Very strong card. Better than the Sun Hawk? Yeah. Maybe. Is it A tier? It's got to be A tier. This card can get massive. Especially if Ravoon is on the board and you have Daybreak active all the time. This can get pretty massive. Now, it is A tier and it's going to go... It's not S tier because it... Like, the Star Shepherd can get to 20 very quickly. This takes a long time to get to 10 attack. They both need Overwhelm, obviously, and there is Overwhelm in Targon. It's not quite S tier. This is a way bigger threat than this. And you can give her Elusive, by the way. I didn't even mention that. She gets to 20 attack, grant her Elusive and Piltover or something. Boom, OTK. Sun Guardian. I don't think he's better than the Surveyor. Better than the Shadestalker? No. Better than the Divine Clerk? No. Better than Eula? I don't think Eula should be up here. No, she deserves that, I think. That's just Spell Shield and Overwhelm is too good. Asmus, Herald of Dragon. I do feel like I'm going to have to readjust these 3 at some point, but for now, let's keep the Guardian right there. Wandering Shepherd, 3-mana 2/1. Stats. Pick an ally to improvise. That's a weapon. If you don't, I improvise. Very strong. I like this card. You can improvise... you know, someone and give them Scout or Overwhelm. It's like a support weapon improviser. Most of the time you grab this to improvise something else instead of it, but If you do use it on him, you know, you're helping Jax level up. Let's see. Good card. Better than the Gem Mentor. Yes, absolutely. Better than the Guardian. Yeah. It's not A tier. Absolutely not. But it's such a hit or miss with the weapons. Because there's a lot of weapons. The best ones are Scout and Overwhelm. And then there's Fearsome, which is meh. And then Mana Attack. Get 1 mana. Refill 1 spell mana. And then Tough and Tough. Is that it? Yeah. So I think right there is good. Okay. We'll finish 3 costs and then we can take a break. Winged Messenger, 3 mana, 2/4. Empowered 3, which is just 1 more attack. Elusive. Another S tier. 4 HP elusive is unbelievable. And all it takes is 1 gem and boom, you have a 3 mana 3/4 elusive. This is just a way better Shade Stalker. Absolutely S tier. Better than the Star Shepherd, yes. Better than Sparklefly, They notice how they cost the same, whereas this one is 1 attack. That's 2 attack. This 2 HP. This 4 HP. Now, of course, Sparklefly has lifesteal, which is very useful against aggro. I think Sparklefly is just slightly better because you do need to invest. Man, I don't know. This is a better finisher, but this is better control and finisher, somewhat. I don't know. You throw Yumi on either one, and they're gonna get massive very quickly. And this being a 10-10 is better than this being a 10-10, obviously. So I'm gonna keep it like this. I think this is just a slightly worse than Sparklefly. Very strong card though. Wounded White Flame, 3 mana, 2/3. Weak on the stats, but it is faded, so 1 target and boom, it's a 3/4. It's also a Fury, so it can get pretty massive. It is A tier because this can get. This is one of, you know, I said this dragon is the best dragon after Shyvana, of course. But maybe it's this, now that I think about it, because this does stack infinitely. The other one has Spell Shield, but this can get pretty big. I think this is the best dragon. That being said, is it S tier? Is it S tier? Targon has easy access to Overwhelm. I mean, if the Star Shepherd is S tier because she gets huge attack very quickly. This takes a long time to get to huge a big attack number. So I don't think it's S tier. It is definitely better than the Sun Guardian. It's definitely better than the Divine Clerk. Is it better than the Shade Stalker? Yes. I think right there for now. Blinded Mystic. 4 mana, 3/2. Weak stats. Play, grant an ally 1/1, and silence an enemy follower. Permahush. Yeah, pretty strong. You can you can hush Heisho. +1/+1. Blocks fearsomes. Pretty strong effect. Is it better than the Sunhawk? Maybe. Maybe. No, actually no. This is way too cheap for such a strong effect. And of course, this is only targeting followers, so this can stun Viego. This can, I don't know, hush the Hydrovine. So, yeah, maybe right here. I think the Priestess is better, only because you can obliterate stuff and whatever. It's pretty versatile. Broadback Protector, 4 mana, 2/7. No, just barely off of fearsome blockage. Round start, heal your Nexus 3. Deal damage to me equal to the amount healed. So this would stance. Regen stance puts it at 9 regen. And you just have infinite healage. 3 heal every turn. Very strong card. It is kind of getting a little expensive against aggro. If somehow you've survived until turn 4, which is not hard to do against with Targon, especially with Cosmic Youngling on the board. It is a good Soraka card. Let's see, where do you go? Definitely stronger than all of these. Is it A tier? The issue is it doesn't block fearsome, but I do think it's A tier. Not quite S tier. But definitely A tier. Let's see. Is it? It's better. It's definitely better than Herald of Dragons. Maybe. I'm not even sure now. These need adjusting. I think for now, right above Esmus. Eula. Man, am I being too generous with the Eula? I think so. I think Eula should be in B tier, but high B. Right here. Esmus for sure doesn't belong in A tier. Let's see. I think Esmus should go. Maybe right there. Okay, that feels better. Herald of Dragons, A tier. She's so easy to kill is the issue. But if you can get one effect off of her, like if you can get Shyvana turn 3, you've already made it worth. I'm going to keep her at low A tier. Is the Broadback Protector A tier? The thing is, if you're at turn 4 and you've still somehow survived against aggro, you're probably going to win the game even before dropping this guy. So what is there to worry about? All you have to worry about is OTKs now. Maybe right there. Might change later though. Crystal Ibex, 4 mana 4/4, play, grant an ally overwhelm. This is just the worst Eula. Yeah, it doesn't even give spell shield. Like Eula grants spell shield or overwhelm. This only grants overwhelm. Yeah, the stats are higher, but it also costs higher. which is not great. So never run this. Always grab a Eula. So this is, let's see. It's still an okay card. Maybe right here. I think right there. Right above the Spring Guardian. Okay. Earth Elemental, 4 mana, 3/5. Okay stats, good HP, okay attack. Once you've summoned 4 landmarks this game, grant me +3, so it becomes a 6/5. 4 mana, 6/5 Overwhelm. Very strong stats. And this is a Malphite card. Summon a bunch of landmarks. 4+ landmarks is pretty easy to do, especially if you go Shurima. Very strong card. What was this? There was something similar to this. Yeah, the Crescent Guardian. Is this better than the Crescent Guardian? This is a 3 mana 5/3. This is a 4 mana 6/5. But this is way easier to do, so I'm going to put it right below it. Okay. Alright. Mountain Scryer. 4 mana 3/4. I can't believe he's 4 HP. This is a backline unit and a very annoying one. And they give it 4 HP with a 4 cost. And let me just verify. 4 mana 3/4. Yep, it is 4 HP. Your celestial cards cost 1 less. Invoke. Allegiance Invoke. This is, I think, the only Allegiance card. Man. I mean, this has to be S tier. Mountain Scryer. Reducing celestial cards by 1 with high attack is just insane. This is definitely is this better than the Dreamer? It's gotta be, right? This has to be better than the Dreamer. Costs 1 more, +1/+1 on both stats, but this summons a Dragon Link. This reduces celestial cards by 1. They both are strong in their own way. I mean, this is better against aggro. This is better against, or to finish off the game, or get a powerful board. Okay. Keep it like this for now. Otrani Dragon Worshipper, 4 mana 3/3. Weak on the stats. When I'm summoned, heal your Nexus 2. Really? It's 2? It is 2. And get an extra mana gem next round. So you drop this at 4. It's turn 5, but then you get 6 mana gems. So you can drop a 6 dragon, like the Invillious Fox or the Gentle Gem Crafter. Now, of course, you can drop this at any stage in the game. 4 and higher, and you get an extra gem. So you can drop this at 8, and then turn 9 you get you can drop Asol. If I can find him, right there. This is just better than the Blue Sentinel. It also heals. This guarantees an extra mana gem and also heals. Also blocks Fearsome. Maybe right here. I don't think it's better than the Earth Elemental or the Crescent Guardian. The Shepherd is kind of a hit or miss. I think this should go back here. Like that. Okay, we'll keep it like this. Scholarly Climber, 4 mana, 5/4 spell shield. That is it. Very basic. Good stats, good attack, spell shield. You can attack with this guy, throw Overwhelm on him, and you're most likely gonna hit Nexus. Like throw Might or something, and you have an 8 Overwhelm, 4 HP spell shield. It is kind of a one-time use thing. I have seen one player invest in this card, but it did not work out too well for him in the long run. So it's an okay card, not crazy, not crazy strong. Better than the Ibex. No. Better than the Spring Guardian. Sure. Alright, I guess that's a good spot. Next, Seraphic Wyvern. I don't know how to pronounce this. Wyvern? 4 mana, 3/5. Dragon. Empowered 5, so it needs +2 attack, and it gets Overwhelm. A dragon that has built-in Overwhelm. This is the only dragon that has this. You do need to invest though. Which is, it's not that much investment, you just need +2 attack. So a good gem unit. Yeah, pretty strong. It does have Fury, so it can scale. Let's see, where do you belong? Is it better than these two? So hold on. This is a 4 mana 6/5. This is a 4 mana 3/5. Doesn't have Overwhelm yet, but it is Fury. I don't think it's better. I think these two are better than the Wyvern. Maybe right there. Okay. Seems like a good spot. Moving on. Solaris Stellacorn, 4 mana 3/4. Not the best stats. Give Daybreak, give other allies +2 HP this round. Not the greatest. I mean, I'd prefer if it was 1/1 than 0/2. Yeah, I mean this might be the worst Daybreak card, if I'm gonna be honest. Let me throw it at C for now. Like let's take a look at all the Daybreak. This Daybreak gives. Notice how it gives 1/1, and then these guys have their own thing going. This stuns. And that gives lifesteal. Ravoon is permanent, and then Leona stuns. Yeah, this I think is the worst. If it was 1/1, I would definitely bump it up. But 2 HP is Daybreak cards already have are already chunky, so we don't need extra HP. I guess it's just to block well, but you want to also pressure. You don't want to just keep blocking. So, is it C tier? Chip, by the way, is C tier. I changed my mind. C tier. Not a good card. Not a great card. Is Chip better than Stellacorn? No. Is the Starry Scamp B tier? Yeah, I mean it's a 0 cost too. Okay. Also helps Zoe level up. Okay. I'll keep them at C tier. They're okay. I mean, the stats are... the HP is good. Give other allies, too. It's not even buffing its own self. By turn 4... I mean, if you're against aggro, by turn 4, you're probably... If you haven't died yet, you're probably good. Leona's a 5 cost, right? It is a point for Leona. So I guess it'll get you to, you know, Leona level up and then finish off the game with stuns. C tier. Solari Sunforger, 4 mana, 5/4. Good stats. Daybreak. Give me Lifesteal this round. Now there is, of course, a spell in Targon that gives buffs that are temporary or permanent. Let me see what it's called again. Is it a 5 mana spell? Out of the way. 4 mana slow. For the rest of the game, allied this round buffs, except barrier, are permanent. So if you play this card at 4, oh, he's a 4 cost. You play that card first and then drop this guy, it's permanent lifesteal. Regardless, even if this is temporary, 4 mana 5/4 lifesteal is fantastic. Stops aggro from attacking, or if you're on attack turn, boom, 5 lifesteal. Also great stats. This is absolutely better than this. Is this better than these two? Yes. Is it better than these guys? Yes. Is it better than the Wyvern? Yes. Is it better than that? No. So right there. Okay. Stargazer, 4 mana 3/4. When you heal a damaged ally, give it elusive this round. Which is so weird, right? Heal a damaged ally. Usually with healing decks like Soraka and what does Soraka like to run? Braum, I guess. Soraka, Braum. Anything with regen. They're not really hitting hard. You're just trying to control the deck until you drop a big unit or something, or win with Star Spring. But that being said, this card giga buffs this. As soon as you heal this, as soon as this heals, boom, it has elusive. It's hitting for 20 attack, and boom, OTK. So this is only viable with this card, because I think this is the only card that gets huge from healage. So it's such a cheap way to win the game, but it's a B tier. It's not. I wouldn't put it at A tier, because this, like, again, this is the only card that makes this viable. You can maybe block elusives, I guess, if you heal. If you're against elusive, you can heal Soraka with Guiding Touch or something, give her elusive, and you can block. But that's so rare. I mean, there's a reason we don't see this card. Let's see. Let's start from the bottom. If I wanted to give this elusive, I would not run this card. I'd go Piltover or something. Or Ionia. Ghost. 1 mana Ghost. Boom. Mr. Big Chubby, what's up? Let's put this... maybe right above the Traveler. But less than the Spring Guardian. Am I really doing that? No. Is the Stargazer better than the Crystal Ibex? I don't think so. I think that's a good spot. I do think the Scholarly Climber is a bigger threat than this thing. Alright. Recording stuff. How's the tier list? Good. We're almost done with four costs. This is our last tier list too. After Targon, that's it. No more tier lists. Starhound Pack. 4 mana, 2/5 attack. Good HP. Faded. My faded buffs are granted to allies. Starhound packs everywhere. I like the concept. There's a reason we don't see this card. Like, okay, late game, you're dropping 7-10 10s. You want to make copies of this? I'm thinking you go Piltover and run the 4 mana 4/4 girl that makes copies of this card. But it's just faded. Like, how are you supposed to finish the game with this thing unless you give it Overwhelm? It's only faded buffs. If it was my, you know, we share keywords too, then we're talking. But it's only a big chunky unit. Like, it needs Overwhelm, it needs Elusive, and it has neither. So unfortunately, this is a bad card. Man, it might be a D tier. I mean, you can do all champs tier list after this. I mean, the tier list videos aren't doing well, like as well as other videos, so I don't know. That was the plan originally, that we do champions after. But we'll see. Maybe I'll change my mind later. Okay, Starhound pack. It is a 4 mana 3/6 with a gem thrown on it, but it is also a dog, which doesn't really change much. I don't know. D tier. I don't think it's quite C tier. It's definitely weaker than Chip and the Stellacorn, but nowhere near the Star-Crossed. So we'll keep it at D for now. The Cloven Way. 4 mana 4/3 Overwhelm. Okay, Nightfall, stun an enemy. If it's a follower, stun it again at the next round start. Yeah, I mean, the stats are good. 4/3. I mean, 4 attack. You are stunning. You are stunning. Let's say. I mean, that alone is pretty strong. And if it's a follower, stun again. So it's a good card for Yasuo. Yasuo Leona. Is it better than the Ibex? Absolutely. Is it better than the Lunari Priestess? The Overwhelm is kind of meh. The stats aren't that great for this to be, for the Overwhelm to make that much sense. If you're stunning, you know, and they have no blockers, Overwhelm is redundant, right? So, that being said, Yasuo buffs this card, basically. So let's jack it up to maybe... is it better than Earth Elemental? I don't think so. Maybe right here. That seems fair. Sunforger is better. These guys are hitting way better. These are overwhelmers. The 4 mana 6/5 and 3 mana 5/3. That's hitting hard with that cost, but 4 mana 4 is not doing it. It's really just the Nightfall effect and the stuns that are useful with this card. That's pretty much it. Well, I mean, you can't really blame people not watching a tier list for a game that haven't been updated for 3 years. That's fair. I'm only doing this because it's like this has to be done. I can't have a dedicated channel to Runeterra without having the tier list. The Fangs, 4 mana 3/2. A little bit weak on the stats. Lifesteal. Play Invoke a Celestial card that costs 3 or less. I do not... Hot take. I don't like the Fangs. I said it. Cuff me up. I don't care. The Fangs is a bad card. I get its Lifesteal, but it only invokes... My issue with the Fangs is it's limited to 3 or less cost Celestials. Easily killed. 2 HP is horrible for a 4 cost. And yeah, you're about to hit late game. You're getting 3 or less costs celestial cards, so I'm not a fan. Not saying it's weak. It's easily killable, but I don't think it's that great. It's a low B. I'll go like maybe here Better than the Ibex, but definitely worse than the Priestess. Alright. White Flame Protector, 4 mana, 4/4 Fury. Very basic. You can drop this turn 3 if the Herald is on the board. But it is just a 4/4. It's just a big meat shield. It's not better than the Wyvern. Like, you can drop this turn 3 too, but this has Overwhelm. Also higher HP. So, definitely weaker. I'd go somewhere right. It is definitely... Is it better than the Fangs? Yeah... No, actually. Better than the Ibex? Yes. Well, maybe. No, I don't think so. Oof. I'm gonna drop it down. The only thing is, this is getting buffed by this card, because dropping a 4/4 Fury turn 3 is pretty huge. But it's just a meat shield. I do think it's better than the Stargazer. Is it better than the Climber? Man, the spell shield is so huge on this thing. I think that's a good spot. Low beam. Cygnus, the Moonstalker, 5 mana, 3/3. Really bad stats. Elusive, though. Nightfall, give an ally elusive this round. Cygnus is a good finisher. Throw this on a... You know what? Another unit that she would love. Throw elusive on Star Shepherd and boom. You're hitting for... You don't even need Cygnus at that point. She's hitting for 20 attack elusive. So... It's a good finisher. It's an instant effect. Just Nightfall and boom. The other ally has Nightfall. Just from playing this thing. That being said, you do need a big unit on the board, otherwise this thing is useless. 5 mana 3/3 elusive is not great. In fact, it's pretty pathetic. Let's see. Is it better than the Cloven Way? Yes. Is it better than the Solaris Sunforger? Yes. Where do you go? It's not A tier, is it? Is Cygnus A tier? Such a weird one. Because it heavily relies on another unit. Another big unit. Which Targon has no issue of doing. There's a lot of big units in Targon. Let's see. Let's take a look at the champions really quick. What is he, a 5 mana? 5 mana, let's see. Anything at 6. Kale wouldn't mind it, but I mean, Kale alone is... If she's empowered, she's pretty huge. Actually, there's no good champions with Cygnus. I don't know. I guess you'd have to find something from another region. You go Noxus. Noxus Cygnus. I was gonna keep him there. I don't know. It's a weird one. It's a hit or miss with this card. So we'll keep it there. But it can easily finish the game off. Not by itself though. Watching these tier lists making me realize how I forgot half of these cards exist. I know, right? Have you ever seen this card before? Star-Crossed Lovers. But also I'm shameful but at how I remember what most of these do. Need to get a life Loki. What are you talking about, man? Runeterra deserves all of it and more. Freed Colossus, 4 mana or 5 mana 4/5. Good HP, a little bit weak on the attack. When I'm summoned or attack, create a gem in hand. Gem Engine. You get a gem immediately when unsummon. Let me make sure this is not changed. I got the Runeterra on the phone. When I'm summoned or attack rate gem, yeah, it's the same. Man. It's an okay card. I think this is one of the underrated cards. Shame it doesn't have a keyword, otherwise it can carry the game. The goat is just better, 100%. Where's the goat again? Right there. But it's not even close to the goat, so let's see. Yeah, it's gonna be down here somewhere. Let's start from here. Let's start from here, actually. It's definitely better than these guys. Better than the Spring Guardian. Better than the Stargazer. Yes. Better than that. Absolutely. Yes. 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 Is it better than the Priestess? I don't think so. I guess right there is good then. Low B. Fuse Firebrand. 5 mana 5/5 Fury Spell Shield. In my Shyvana Vayne deck, which I've made maybe 3 videos on it, at least. This is the second dragon I run. And because of that, because I run this, or Spell Shield is the reason I grab this card as my second dragon. Stats are great. And then Targon has the 3 mana spell that grants dragons 1/1 and overwhelm, right? Let me just look it up. It's Targon, right? It's not Demacia. Yeah, Dragon's Clutch. Grant dragon allies 1/1 and overwhelm, yeah. Yeah, I like this card. Especially you're throwing Scout on it. Very hard to kill. So, where does it go? Is it A tier? It is A tier. It's not S tier. But it's definitely A tier. I would go right here, maybe? I do think the Wounded White Flame is better. In fact, I need to tweak the Shyvana deck to maybe drop this. Yeah, because we have a lot of targeting spells in Demacia, so this would be a better card. So this would be this is the best dragon, and then this would be the second best, I think. And I guess this would be the third. This one. We can easily get Overwhelm. It's not. I value Spell Shield more than Overwhelm because the 3 mana spell already gives Overwhelm. Okay, is it better than the Divine Clerk? I don't think so. Better than the Sun Guardian? Yes. So right there is good. Alright. Mihra, Aspect of Justice. Mommy Mihra. At long last. 5 mana, 1/1. Horrible stats. The worst stats in the game based on cost. But round end grants allies in play and in hand 1/1. Empowered 5. Elusive. Lifesteal and Overwhelm. 3 of the scariest keywords in the entire game. All it's missing is Spell Shield, which Targon has plenty of. Absolutely S tier. The stats are horrible, but you are in Targon. You can throw, like I said, where is the guy? You can Rubyard Conjurer on her. Give her Spell Shield in hand. You can buff her in hand. And then, of course, you have the Demacia card, or landmark, that grows an ally stats based on their cost. So you can... That's the best card for Mihra. It's a 4-cost landmark. You drop Mihra at 5. Boom, she's 5/5. And if she has Spell Shield, that's it. It's GG. You give her Spell Shield. You drop her at 5. She goes to 5/5 Spell Shield. That's it. You won the game. So, where do you go? Definitely right there. Second strongest card. Alright. Moon Dreamer, 5 mana, 3/6. Play Invoke. Nightfall, reduce the card's cost by 1. 5 mana, 3/6. At least it blocks Fearsome. 6 HP is good. We don't see this card much. There are better cards. And honest to God, I still don't know what I'm looking at. Is that her eye? What is this thing? I see some leg action. I see some hand. It's a hand right there. And I don't know what's going on up here. Anyway. Yeah, why run this card when you can... It's not a bad card, but you probably want to run other stuff. Let's see. Invoke. Nightfall, reduce the card's cost by 1. Not bad. Not bad at all. Is it better than the Fangs? Yes. Honestly, yes. I do think... Well... Yes, I think so. Notice how this is 2 HP. Isn't this crazy? This is 4 mana, 2 HP. This is 5 mana, 6 HP. And this only invokes 3 or less. She can invoke the Scourge, reduced by 1. I'd much rather run the Moon Dreamer than the Fangs. But in a perfect deck, I don't run either. Better than the Colossus, better than the Priestess? No, so right there. Mountain Sojourners, 5 mana, 4/5 support. Grant my supported ally 2/2. If it has support, grant its supported ally 2/2 and continue for each supported ally in succession. Get up on up there. S tier. Very, very powerful support card. Just so much value. 2/2, 2/2, 2/2, 2/2. You're getting like +8/+8 in one attack of value. Maybe even more. Better than the Shepherd. Better than all of those. It's definitely up here. Is it better than Mihra? They cost the same. Mihra needs way more investment. She doesn't. She just needs to support allies on the board. Now, of course, she's a bigger threat. But if you get the attack off on her with a bunch of support allies, you're probably so ahead that it's game over. I do think she is harder to deal with than Mihra. Mihra needs a landmark. She needs a lot of investment. So I think the Sojourner is right above. So that feels fair. Onward, Ravun. Daylight Spear, 5 mana, 5/5. Good stats. Daybreak, create a random Daybreak card in hand. It's always day for us. Always day for us. Ravun is fantastic. The thing is, yeah, it's always day. Like, you're only... How often are you playing more than one Daybreak card in a round, you know? You'd have to get to turn 8, round 8, and maybe you can drop, I don't know, another Ravun and like a Shield Bearer or something. And then you get double stuns with Leona, I guess, but in general, the card is fantastic. It does create a Daybreak card too. I wish you could manifest instead of create. That would be such a better buff instead of create a random Daybreak. Is this better than the Sunforger? I don't think so. Yeah, the effect is very strong, but this is kind of securing your mid game against aggro. And there's the issue of he costs the same as Leona. I wish he was a 4 cost. Like reduce the stats, I don't care. I just wish he was a 4 cost so you can drop Leona F5. I don't like that they cost the same. So I'm just gonna put him right below the Sun Forger. Resplendent Stellacorn. It's the other Stellacorn. 5 mana, 5/6, and this is 4 mana, 3/4. Wow. Costs 1 more, but has +2/+2 stats. Heal an ally and your Nexus 3. Way better. Way better than the Stellacorn. Stats are better. Stats are great. Heal an ally. It's more so the heal the Nexus 3 that I like. Heal an ally. You're probably not gonna use, most likely, but the heal Nexus 3 is fantastic. Let's see, where do you go? I don't run this card, by the way, but it's still a good card. It's absolutely not better than these guys. It's a mid B or low B tier. Better than Fangs, absolutely. This with this, at least you're guaranteeing to heal 3. This, they can Mystic Shot you, or you're just hitting the next. You're hitting once, and then boom, it's dead. Because I guarantee they're gonna have a 2 attack unit. Now, of course, there are players who throw Yumi on the Fangs or something, but that again means you're investing in it, which is not fair. I think it is better than the Freed Colossus. Is it better than the Moon Dreamer? Yes. Better than the Priestess? No. So right there. Okay. Sneaky Zeeples. 5 mana, 3/3, elusive. Play stun enemies with 2 or less power. Why 2? Why not 3? Hold on, let me just verify this. Is it really 2? That makes sense why we don't see this card. Where is it? Yeah, it is 2. Okay. Turn 5, most likely their units are higher than 2 attack. So you're not really stunning much. Unless you're going, I don't know, Shurima and reduce their attacks, which is pointless. And now you're investing too much. This is kind of like Cygnus. Same stats as Cygnus, but this is just infinitely better. Man, this might be a C tier. 3/3 elusive is meh. I mean, 3/3 elusive for a 5 cost is really not worth. Really not worth. And honestly, it might be a D tier. Is it F tier? No, I can't go as far as F tier. Is it better than the Starhound pack? I don't think so. No. The effect is bad. This one, the effect is good. The stats are bad. This one, the stats are good. The effect is bad. So I'd much rather run this than this, or make a deck with this than with this. This can, with a huge investment, can maybe do something you can win the game with, but this is just pathetic. It being elusive is the only thing keeping it from being even below this. Like it would be, if this didn't have elusive, it'd be below this thing. But 3/3 elusive is okay. Bad, but whatever. Veiled Protector, 5 mana, 4/5. When I'm summoned, or you've summoned a Titanic ally, heal your Nexus 2. Wait, no, is that 3? That's 3. It's 3. Okay, stats are okay. A Titanic ally. So this got dropped with Volibear, I'm guessing. Again, like turn 5, you don't really need more healage. Like, if you've survived against aggro, when it's turn 5, you've probably won the game. So you're never gonna run this. You don't need healage anymore. Redundant card. I'm gonna go C tier. It's not horrible, but it's not better than the Stellacorn. Is it better than Chip? No. So right there. The reason we don't see this card, it's just you don't need it. It's too expensive for the effect. Alright. Cam for the Doubt. Pantheon Waifu. 6 mana, 6/5. Okay. A little bit weak on the attack or on the defense. When I'm summoned, if you've targeted allies in 4 different rounds, grant me Spell Shield, Overwhelm, and Challenger. And just straight up penetration. I like this card. I run this with my Pantheon deck. Pretty good finisher. Loves gems. Obviously, Pantheon faded decks love gems. She loves gems because you can get her to like 10 attack, and she has everything, all the keywords you need to finish the game off. Great card. A tier. I wouldn't go as far as S tier. At least I don't think so. She's pretty hard to... Well, it's not pretty hard to activate, actually. It's not S tier, is it? I don't think it's S tier. Well, she's definitely better than everything here. Maybe she is S tier. Where does Chem 4 go? Where does the Doubt go? I do think she's S tier. Getting Spell Shield, Challenger, and Overwhelm. It's you finish the game off with her most likely. And it's hard. It's easy to keep her alive with gems and you know, other buffs in Targon. I do think the Winged Messenger is better. Maybe. I mean, she gets Spell Shield. We'll keep her right there for now. Alright, moving on. Gentle Gem Dragon, 6 mana, 6/5. Okay. Meh stats. When you play a fast spell, slow spell, or skill, grant other dragon allies 1/1. Other dragon allies, so it's not getting buffed. This might be the worst dragon in the game. Yeah, I think this is the worst dragon in the game. Not saying it's a bad dragon, but it is, I think, the worst one. Mind Splitter is definitely better. That is absolutely better. And Vilius Vox is definitely better. And then everything else we played. Yeah, the White Flame is better. Well. It is skill, so this is boons are considered skill, right? Let me just verify this. Boons are skills. Where is it? Elemental skill, yeah. Okay. Animation. Oh yeah, for her. I know they went beyond, above and beyond for the Chem 4. Okay, because boons activate this thing. There is the Demacia dragon that grants the boons to every other dragon. I think he's a 7 cost. So that's a good curvature. Okay. That being said, I'm thinking definitely better than that. Let's see. Right there, maybe. Okay. Right below the Seraphic Wyvern. Alright, good enough. Invilius Vox, 6 mana 5/6. Each round, when an ally with Fury kills an enemy for the first time, create a random dragon follower in hand. Him included. Okay. I think just put them in between. I do think this is better than that. I actually forgot what this does, but reading it now, I do like it. Creating dragons. It's a random dragon, huh? Okay. I still think it's better than this. If this was grant dragon allies 1/1, as in it buffs itself too, I would probably bump it up higher than the Vox, but you need other dragons to get this effect off, whereas he gets the effect off using himself. So okay. The Lawkeeper, 6 mana 2/7. Play stun enemies with less power than me. So this needs a whole lot of investment. 6 mana. You could just stun the board with this thing. But they could also vengeance you, and then the effect is just wasted because this has to be alive for this to work. There is a reason we don't see this card. 7 HP is pretty crazy. It's pretty high. Stun enemies with less power than me. You don't even grab this with Yasuo. I don't know. I wouldn't grab this. It's a D tier, I think. It's kind of like the same effect as this. Stun enemies with 2 or less power. Stun enemies with less power than me, which is 2. But obviously Targon has spells that buff units in hand. It is better than that, but I think still worse than the pack. So I guess that's where it lands. Stonebreaker, Baby Malphite, 6 mana 6/4. No keywords. Good attack, weak HP. If you've summoned 4 landmarks this game, deal 4 to an enemy and 2 to the enemy nexus. Kind of a control card. This is definitely better. Earth Elemental is definitely better. In fact, way better. Deal 4 to an enemy and 2 to the nexus. I wish they would give this thing a keyword. It is, let's see. Yeah. Where do you belong, Stonebreaker? Maybe right there, right above Stellacorn. It's a good control card. 4 to an enemy and 2 to the nexus. It's alright. I personally would never run it with Malphite, but you could grab it if you want. It's not horrible. Okay. Eclipse Dragon, 7 mana 7/7. Daybreak, the next dragon or celestial unit you play costs 2 less. Which means this is huge. This is probably Asol's favorite card because you can drop Asol the next turn. He goes from 10 cost to 8 cost. Eclipse Dragon into Asol turn 8. Nightfall, create a random dragon and celestial follower in hand. You definitely want the first one. Most likely you want the first one, which is Daybreak, which is way easier to do. Great stats, very strong effect. Definitely A tier. I would even say he's definitely better than the Herald of Dragons. Because let's think about it. If she's on the board turn 9, turn 8, you can drop a soul. If she's on the board turn 9, you can drop a soul. You play this on turn 7, you get a soul turn 8. So the effect is instant. She can die, but this effect is permanent, is guaranteed. The next dragon you play. Is it better than the Protector? Yes. Is it better than the Guardian? Yes. Is it better than the Fuse Firebrand? Only because of the effect. This has better stats and keywords. I mean, the stats are kind of the same, you know, 5-5, 5-5-5, 7-7-7. But this has Spell Shield at least. I can rely on this card more to finish the game off than this. But this has a better effect for A-Soul decks. I'll keep it right below it. Okay. We're getting there. And then we have to rate the Celestial cards because I had no choice. The website had these by default. Okay, the Winding Light, 7 mana, 6/5. Nightfall, give other allies +2 and +1. +2/+1 and Overwhelm this round. Nightfall, I mean, you could maybe grab this in Diana Nocturne deck, but you don't really need to. Still, +2/+1 and Overwhelm is a good finisher. But when do you ever throw this in a deck? You don't throw it in aggro, because if you're playing aggro, the game is over before turn 7. Maybe with dragons? The Winding Light with plus dragons? But you need cheap cards to activate this, because it's Nightfall. I don't know, it's a weird one, but I'm sure you can make it work. I would go right below the Priestess, maybe. Maybe it deserves a little bit higher, actually. Sorry. Let's go. Maybe right there. Alright. That seems fair. I feel like it is better than the gem, though. The issue is I've never seen this being put into a deck. But I'm sure I can make it work somehow. But the only thing I can think of is dragons. Control early game. Build up a board of dragons. Drop this, like, play Guiding Touch and then drop this turn 7 and boom, you're hitting for lethal. With Dragoons. Does it deserve A tier? It's give other allies too. This is not getting Overwhelm. Weird card. It's kind of like Cygnus. Very weird card. Heavily relies on the board. So maybe right below Cygnus. Alright, we'll keep it there. Moving on. Oh, man. Aatrox waifu. Zolani the Bloodweaver. 7 mana, 2/2. Horrible stats. I'm getting Mihra vibes. 5 mana, 1/1. 7 mana, 2/2. I have +2/+2 for each ally that died with its power increased. Empowered 18. which means quick math, 9 need to die. No, not 9. 7 need to die, right? 7 times 2 is 14. No, that's not right. 8 need to die. 8 times 2, 16. 16 plus 2, 18. So 8 units need to die with empowered attack. And then she transforms into Zolani Aspect's Bane. Attack transform, attacking non-darkened followers into exact copies of me. Zolani is in my favorite deck. Aatrox, Zolani, Shurima, Sand Soldiers. And she is the ultimate finisher. Ultimate finisher in the entire game. You're attacking with 20 at least 6 units, depending on your board. 4 to 6 units with 20 overwhelm. Unstoppable. Now you do need, it's not hard to activate this either. Absolutely scary to deal with. If you can pull it off, you won the game. That being said, yeah, I keep it right there. Right below the youngling. Okay. Alright. Grandpa Removal. 8 mana, 8/4. Overwhelm Spell Shield. Play grant 2 allies plus 4 HP. Man. Why is it 4 HP and not 4 attack? Turn 8. You want to finish the game off. We hit late game. We don't need HP. We need damage. We want to finish the game. I wish they would have gave him, because his stats are great. He is low on HP, but he compensates with Spell Shield. 8 Overwhelm for an 8 cost is good. I wish it was plus 4 attack than plus 4 HP. You really don't need plus 4 HP anymore at this late in the game. So, good cards regardless. I'm honestly rating it just based on the stats and keywords and not even the play effect, because the play effect is so meh. It's so bad. It's good, it's just bad this stage in the game. Let's see, it's worse than these guys. I'll just keep it right below these guys, because you can throw Battle Fury on him. You know, he's a 16 Overwhelm Spell Shield. Still a good unit. So, all right, Herald of Herald of Celestial Convergence. 8 mana, 5/8. No keywords. Play, activate other allies' Daybreak and Nightfall effects. Okay. And then activate other allies' Daybreak and Nightfall effects. Okay, and then Daybreak, grant me Overwhelm. Nightfall, grant me Spell Shield. Does anyone run this in Diana decks? No. Does anyone run this in Leona decks? Maybe. Bad in Diana decks, okay in Daybreak decks. And Daybreak gets Overwhelm, but it's at 5 attack, so it makes no sense. If it was 8/5, it makes sense, but 8 mana, 5 Overwhelm is meh. Actually, sorry, it's not meh, it's bad. It's another weird, unnecessary, like, makes no sense card, but it's still okay. Activate other allies' Daybreak effects. Means what's her name? Leona stuns, and then it's other allies Daybreak. So it's not just Leona. It's Leona, and then if he's on the board, you get Spell Shield. If she's on, if somehow you have this on the board, you're getting +2 HP. Ravoon gets creates another card. Sun Guardian gets +1/+1. So it's an okay card. The Daybreak effect, grant me Overwhelm is so it's better than the Protector, worse than the Stellacorn, better than Chip. Okay, I think there's fine. All right. Mihra, Mommy Mihra 2.0. Aspects Ascendant. 8 mana, 6/8. Overwhelm. 6 attack for an 8 cost is a little bit on the weak side. But play curse 2 enemy with shackles twice. So you're cursing 2 enemies with each 4 focus speed shackled. And if you're playing this on defense turn and you shackle them and they don't have 8 mana to unshackle both, you open attack and you know they have 2 less units to block with. So she's more so strong because of the play effect and not so much the I mean, the stats are good. 6 is a little underwhelming, but the effect is so strong. Even though she doesn't have spell, is she S tier? I don't know if she's S tier. Maybe she's A tier. I don't think she's S tier. And you know what? This doesn't deserve to be the highest A tier. Well, maybe it does. I don't know. This I feel like should not be here. It's, I don't know. It is. I think it is the best Explorer card in the game. I think Mira's A tier, high A tier, like better than this. But that's it, just right there. Might change my mind later, but let's keep her there for now. Infinite Mind Splitter. 8 mana, 8/8. Pick 2 enemies, round start, stun them. This is better. I think this is better than Mihra. Now that I think about it, because they can always curse. They have to kill the Mind Splitter for this effect to go away. They can always unshackle at any point, but killing the Mind Splitter is very hard to do. So Mind Splitter goes here. Well, hold on. That doesn't seem right. No, I do think Mira is better. She's overwhelmed, and you can. No, the more I think about it, the Mind Splitter is better. Because round start, you can open attack with either one, because they're stunned and they're shackled. She has overwhelm, but that makes that's not that necessary because they're shackled, and this. Yeah, we'll keep it right there, just right above Mihra. Mind Splitter is better than Eclipse Dragon, really? I think that's fair. You can stun Viego and stun. I mean, Viego. If Viego is leveled here, this is probably dead. Actually, how does that effect go? Viego steals this, but he's still stunned. By itself, this card is stronger than Eclipse Dragon. This is only strong because you can drop Ace Hold the next turn, but this by itself is so annoying to deal with, so we'll keep it there. And our last follower non-celestial card. Arbiter of the Peak. Are you worthy, chat? 10 mana, 7/7. Overwhelm. I cost 1 less for each time you've targeted or supported allies this game. You know, I wouldn't mind grabbing this in my support deck if I had a little bit more room, but I might take out a few cards for it. It wouldn't be too bad. Targeting or supporting. So you can... Supporting is pretty easy to... You can support a lot and get this reduced quite a bit. If you can get this to 5 mana, 7/7 Overwhelm is fantastic. So all you have to do is support 5 times. So a pretty good card. You can also keep it in hand until it's 0 cost, and you get a 0 cost 7/7 Overwhelm. This is, I think, the best reduced cards, giga expensive reduced cards out of all of them. Like we have the Plaza Guardian, who gets reduced by spells, but he has quick attack. He's a 5/5 quick attack. And then the fearsome 5/5 Shadow Owl one, and then Chimera and Shurima, which has no keywords. It's a 6/6, I think. Arbiter is by far the best one. It's 7/7 and Overwhelm. Absolutely better. I do think it's better than the Cloven Way. Is it better than Ravoon? I think that's a good spot. Okay. Definitely better than Grandpa Ramul. Okay, that looks good. High B tier. Underrated card. I would not mind throwing this into my next support deck. Okay, Celestials. Let's get this out of the way very quickly. All the let me just state this right now. All the Celestial cards are insanely strong. There's a reason why, because there's a reason that they're Celestial. It's because their effects are unbelievable. But I will rate them from the strongest to the weakest. The Serpent, they're gonna all be in special. It's not fair putting Celestial cards here because they would always be high up. It's kind of like mechs. I think in the Vandal City tier list, we put mechs in a separate category. Okay, the Serpent, 0 mana, 2/1 Challenger, incredible. You can kill free units with great stats. Challenger, kill cheap champions, Teemos, Zoes, all that. Incredible. Charger, 1 mana, 4/1 Overwhelm, also very strong. I think Serpent is better, so I'm going to keep it there. We'll do this very quickly. Messenger, 2 mana, 2/2. When I'm summoned, draw 1. I think it's the weakest one out of these 3. Trickster, 3 mana, 3/3. I think the Serpent is better. Trickster next, and then these two. The Traveler, 4 mana, 4/4 Invoke. It's just another Invoke card. I think this is... Is it the weakest one? You are invoking. I do think it's better than that. Is it better than the Charger? No. I think the Charger's better. But better than the Messenger. Pantheon. Daddy Pantheon. 5 mana, 5/5. Challenger. Better than that. Better than that. Not better than the Charger. Okay. Golden Sisters. Definitely one of the strongest Celestial cards. You get her, and you get a 4/3 elusive. I'm not mistaken. Destroyer, 7 mana, 7/7. Now we're getting to allies that get buffed each time you invoke. When I'm summoned, grant me +1 for each Celestial card you've played this game. Oh, you have to play them. So, Spell Shield, Overwhelm, Destroyer hits probably 10 plus if you're running heavy invokes. Not better. I think the Golden Sisters might be the best one out of everyone. Only because of the control aspect and in a way a finisher with the 4-3 elusive. So Destroyer right there. The Immortal Fire, 8 mana, 6/5 elusive. When I'm summoned, grant me +1 for each celestial card you've played this game. The first time I would die, fully heal me instead. So it's got a deathless effect, a stronger deathless effect. Mortal Fire is definitely a stronger finisher than the Destroyer, but not better than the Golden Sisters in my opinion. Well, I mean it is. I don't know. I mean, I would almost always grab Golden Sisters instead of the Immortal Fire. But I would always grab Immortal Fire over the Destroyer, I think. The Great Beyond. 9 mana, 8/8. Elusive Spell Shield Fury. When I'm summoned, grant me 1 for each celestial card you've played this game. It's just a better Immortal Fire. This has Spell Shield. It's also elusive. This is probably better than the Golden Sisters. And then we got the Scourge, who is just the ultimate finisher. 10 mana, 10/10, Challenger, Overwhelm. When I'm summoned, grant me +1 for each card you play this game. Celestial card you play this game. Attack, give other allies +2/+2, and Overwhelm. I even have a short that's titled Trust in the Scourge. So this is my rating from best to worst celestial cards. Okay. Alright. On to the champions, and that will conclude Targon. Let's start with Zoe. Grab my phone real quick. Zoe, 1 mana, 1/1 elusive, good stats. Nexus Strike rate is super cool. Star chart in hand, or if you have one, reduces cost by 1. I've seen you play 10 cards with different names. Zoe takes a bit to level up, but then her level up is pretty strong. Nexus Strike, or leveled up Zoe, 1 mana, 2/2. When I level up, grant your Nexus. When you grant your Nexus, so it's kind of like Hecarim, same as a Hecarim effect. When you summon an ally, grant its keywords to all allies. So she can die after, and it doesn't matter because the Nexus is granted this effect. Nexus Strike, create a Behold the Infinite, that costs 0 in hand. Very strong. Very strong early. Well, okay early. Very strong late game. Takes a while to level her though. So you need a whole lot of Spell Shield with her. Diana. 2 mana, 2/2, quick attack. A little bit weak on the stats, but she makes up with it. It makes up for it with quick attack. Nightfall, or when you activate another Nightfall, give me Challenger this round. So kind of a control card, control champion. Leveled Diana, 2 mana, 3/3. Nightfall, or when you activate another Nightfall, give me +2 and Challenger this round. I think I tried to make Diana carry once with Noxus because she gets Challenger. You just throw Overwhelm on her, but she's pretty easy to kill. But then again, you are in Targon, so you can try keeping her alive. Her signature is Pale Cascade, which is pretty good. But Zoe's definitely stronger. Aphelios, 3 mana, 3/3. Nightfall, pick a moon weapon to create in hand. He has Calibrum, Severum, Gravitum, Infernum, and Crescendum. I'm not going to read what each one does. But to level him, you've played 4 moon weapons. Each of them are 2 mana slows. And honestly, the 4-cost Berserker and Freljord Giga buffs Aphelios because you can play 2 weapons on her, or you can play 2 weapons if she's on the board with using one weapon, one spell, because it's a slow effect, a slow targeting effect. So if you play Severum on Aphelios, she gets it too, and that's 2 weapons. So you just got to do it twice. Leveled Aphelios, 3 mana, 4/4. He gets quick attack. Each round, the first time you play 2 other cards or round start, create the phased moon weapon. Create the phased moon weapon in hand. If you don't already have one, your moon weapons cost 1 less. Aphelios is definitely the worst one out of everyone here. Too slow, no quick attack at the start. It's hard to level him, and the payoff is bad. Soraka, 3 mana, 1/6. Amazing HP, bad attack, support, heal me and my supported ally 4. Great, okay. You've healed damaged allies 4 times. Very easy to do. Each round, the first time you heal a damaged ally, draw 1. So she's not a carry, obviously, but a good draw engine. Definitely better than these 2, but weaker than Zoe. Yumi. 3 mana, 2/1, attach. You can latch onto someone and just parasite suck them off. Round start, grant the unit I'm attached to 1/1. Otherwise, grant me 1/1. So, latches onto someone, buffs every turn. I or the unit I've attached to attack 3 times. Pretty easy to do, especially if you go Demacia. And then her level up is crazy. Round start, grant the unit I'm attached to spell shield and 1/1. So round start spell shield is insane. Yumi is easier to level than Zoe. I think she's stronger than Zoe. Zoe level up is stronger, but it's harder to do. Yumi level up is pretty easy to do. If you just attach onto a huge unit, she just sits back and levels up. Pantheon, 4 mana, 3/2, bad stats, faded, barrier, overwhelm, triple keywords. You've targeted allies 5 different rounds, which takes a while. Pantheon does take a while to level up. You can, if you're not at a good pace, it sucks. Once Pantheon leveled up, grant me a random keyword for each round you've targeted allies this game. You can't get Scout, they removed that. But you can get Lifesteal, Elusive. He's a good finisher. He is definitely better. I think he's worse than Zoe. He's harder to level than Zoe, in my opinion. I think he's right there. Tarek. 4 mana, 3/5. Good stats. Support, give me and my support ally tough this round. Copy the last spell you played on only me this round onto the ally. It can't be copied again. I've seen you target or support allies 7 times. He has to see it, which sucks. 7 times is a lot of times. Tarek level up. 4 mana, 4/6. My supported ally and I can't take damage. This is a support effect. Can't take damage or die this round. So even after you finish the attack and you're back on the bench, you still have the can't take damage or die this round, if I'm not mistaken. Copy the last spell you played on me. Same thing. Of course, there is the Divine Judgment effect with the out of the way combo, which makes Tarek, you get the Divine, whatever it's called. What is it called? Yeah, Divine Judgment effect twice, and then it's permanent on Tarek and the supported. It's a combo. I'm sure most of you have seen. Tarek is better than Aphelios, better than Diana, better than Raka, but worse than Pantheon. I think he's harder to level than Pantheon because he doesn't have to see it. He has to see the support effects. Kale. 5 mana, 1/5. Bad attack, but she has +1 for each time an ally attack with increased power. When I'm summoned, grant other allies +1. Empowered 6, quick attack, round start. Level up, round start, I have +11 power. Pretty easy to do. She buffs like crazy. And then empowered, leveled Kale, I have +1 for each time. Same thing, when I'm summoned or level up, grant other allies. When she levels up, she grants other allies +1/+1. Empowered 16, she has double attack. And leveled Kale has overwhelm and quick attack. Very scary level up. Viego, Kale, and Asol have the scariest level up in the entire game, I think. Like, I think if they're leveled up, it's GG. Most likely. Kale is better than Pantheon. Obviously, she's stronger than these two, but Yuumi is just, in general, better and easier to pull off than Kale. I think Zoe's also easier to pull off. Well, yeah, Zoe's easier to level up than Kale. And then you have to get her to 16 attack power. She does take time, but it's not hard to do, so I think right there is good. Leona. 5 mana, 3/5. Challenger. Daybreak, stun the strongest enemy. Pretty good control. You've activated Daybreak 5 times. Not hard to do. Pretty easy, actually. I mean, if you have a Daybreak card in every turn, then that's... You drop Leona, that's another Daybreak, and she's leveled. 5 mana, 4/6. On level up. Daybreak, or when you activate another Daybreak, stun the strongest enemy, and give me barrier this round. Better than these guys, but worse than Pantheon? Yes, so right there. She's really just a control unit. I mean, in a way, she's kind of like Demacia. Demacia playstyle. Just go wide and girthy. Morgana. Speaking of Demacia, Morgana. 5 mana, 3/4. Weak stats, lifesteal. Morgana's the only lifesteal champion, isn't she? I can't think of anyone else. Play curse an enemy with shackles twice. Another control unit. Champion. You've targeted units 10 times. Not hard to do, especially with Demacia being like Concerted Strike is targeting 3 units just from that. And then single combats are 2 targets. Gems are also good. Leveled Morgana. Attack curse the strongest enemy that isn't cursed with shackles and deal 3 to cursed enemies and 2 to the enemy nexus. Very strong control champion. She might be the best control champion in the game. She's stronger than Kale. But worse than Zoe? Okay. I think right there is good. Malphite. 7 mana, 6/10, tough. Place stun an enemy. If you've summoned 10 mana of landmarks. 10 plus mana of landmarks. When level up, if you have the attack token, create the unstoppable force. Which is 2 mana, stun all enemies. Malphite is kind of hard to level up, but Shurima has the Rolling Sands cards, which are fantastic because they cost 2 each, and you can summon 2. That's 4 mana right there. Let's see. Malphite is right there, I think. He's not incredible, but he's not weak. His level up is pretty scary. Unstoppable Force is pretty hard to deal with. Maybe he's right here. Right above Leona. Alright. The big man himself, A-Soul. Play in 10 mana 10/10. Great stats. Spell Shield. Fury. All good. Invoke a celestial card that costs 7 or more. Round start, create a random celestial card in hand. Round end, your allies have 20 plus total power. Him included, so that's you're halfway there already. He's pretty easy to level up, honestly. And then his level up. Your celestial cards cost 0. Leveled A-Soul. Some might argue is the strongest. I mean, it makes sense, right? He's the most expensive champion. Is there another 10 cost champion? I don't think so. A-Soul is the only 10. Let's see. I mean, there's Elder Dragon. But I think A-Soul is stronger than Elder Dragon. Leveled A-Soul, because you can just obliterate Elder Dragon before he attacks. A-Soul, I think, is the strongest. He's pretty easy to level up, and his level up is insane. So that is it. Let's see. A-Soul, Yumi. Zoe, Morgana, Kale. That looks pretty good. And that is all the champions. That is all the celestial cards. Let's do a quick scannerino. Youngling dominates the tier list. All the tier lists with S tier. Highest S tier. Zolani, Ymihara, Sparklefly. Okay. Sure. We'll keep it at S tier. Needs investment, but that's not hard to do. A tiers. I don't feel right putting Herald of Dragon up here. I think she's a high B. Maybe like right here. Man, highest A tier. Highest B tier. No, let's keep her. My instinct was right. Was she right here? Let's keep her there. In fact, hold on. Let's keep her right there. Alright, Sun Guardian, Broadback Protector, 8 tiers. Okay. And then we got our B tiers. And that looks all good and dandy. Our C tiers. Unfortunately, Chip is... I'm going to get hate for this. But unfortunately, Chip is not quite B tier. But he's at a solid C tier. You know, average. Nothing crazy. I wish they gave him tough or something. Come on, he's a little Chip. Give him tough or something. Veil Protector. We got our D tiers. And our only F tier. Starcross. And that is Targon tier list. Let me know what you guys think, if you agree or disagree in the comments section. Thank you for watching. GG.